Jim Perry and Jean Wood are great. Janice and Lois are delightful ladies. Only the poems need improving in the 1980s on Cut Charts. And here's the host of Cut Charts, Jim Perry.
I love that poem. Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome to Cut Charts. You're very kind. Thank you. That's super. Thank you very much. That is a delightful opening poem, and it was sent in to us by Cindy Marlis of North Hollywood, California, watching on KNBC Channel 4. Thank you, Cindy, and if you keep sending them in like that, the poems will improve. We're welcoming back our executive producer, Chester Feldman, who was back in the old country visiting with his wife's parents. I'd like to go to Transylvania myself. We have our champion we're going to bring out right now, and she's going to go for the big money with the money cards. Jan Anderson. Hello, Jan. Good to see you. Before we get to business, why don't you again tell us about yourself?
Okay, my name's Jan Anderson, and I'm living in San Diego, where I'm a junior at San Diego State University, and I'm a PE major.
I don't know if you were with us the last time, but Jan has already made one trip to the money cards, and that one trip paid off to the tune of $7,500. You're going to try to do more right now.
Oh, a lot more.
You cut them?
I cut them.
Let's open up the board and get to those money cards. Come on, Jan. Do it as well, maybe better. Yeah, let's keep up the good work. And the cards were all shuffled. Jan gave him a good cut, and we're going to give her $200 of new money and 3 cards on the bottom line to bet as you will. When you move up to the second level, we'll add another $200 of betting money and 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half the money. But you know how to do it. You do it well. Come on, Jan. Here's $200.
Good card, come on.
And if you don't get a good card, you can, of course, change it on each level. Let's see what we can do. Lois, 200 and...
Oh, good card! Okay. All of it, lower.
The whole thing. $200 that this card is lower than the king. 400 and a 10.
I'm going to go $100 lower.
1/4 of the money, $100 that this is lower. Again. 500 puts you near the middle now, Jan.
Okay, I don't like that. I'm going to go $50 higher.
Minimum bet, $50 higher. Again. $550, and we move up that middle card and give you the other $200 with $750. You don't have to play it.
Change it.
And let's see if we can improve it. The 8 becomes a 10. Well, it's a little better. A little better.
Okay, I'm going to go $100 lower.
You were right with a $100 bet on the 10 before. Let's do it again. Lower. 2. All of it, $850 higher. 4. $1,700.
Okay, I'm going to go have some time.
$1,700. $700 higher than a 4. Again. $2,400 and up goes the 6. Do you want it?
Change it.
Good betting money. Let's see if we can improve it. Come on, the 6. Double or nothing. The $4,800. Is it higher? $200 in the game. $5,000 trip to the money card. Way to go, Jan. My goodness. Come on down here. You want to tell everybody how much money you have now? $12,300. And if the audio man's still with us, we'll have a new challenger out here in a moment right after this commercial break. Way to go.
What makes a great game show? The prizes, the players, the host. Join me, Alex Trebek, on my journey to find out from the legends who were there.
I don't know where I'd be without game shows.
That's a lot of money. Until I did a game show, I did not realize what that world was.
Buzzer presents Game Changers with me, Alex Trebek.
This little half hour of entertainment has become a touchstone in people's lives.
Saturday night at 8 on Buzzer.
We are back with our champion, Jan Anderson, and you are a good champion.
Oh, I love it.
That's over 12,000. I love it, too. That's nice.
It was great.
I'm glad you're happy. Jan, we're going to deal out 2 brand new decks of cards. That means it's time to meet a new challenger on Card Charts. Scotty Finn coming out here very perky. Hi, Scotty. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And won't you tell us a little about yourself, sir?
Well, my name is Tom Finn, affectionately known as Scotty. I'm now retired and living up in Eureka. But prior to that, of course, I was born in Paisley, Scotland. And I went to school there. When I left school, the population was such that there was 7 women to every man. And when you can't even get your Sundays off, I joined the Daily.
I was going to say, why did you leave, Scotty?
You've got to have a day off once in a while.
That's true. What's the women to men ratio in Eureka?
In Eureka, I'm not too sure, but they're really nice people up there.
Oh, that's good.
Because I found it, and I like it.
Eureka? I found it.
Yeah.
Nice to have you here, Scotty. You cut the cards?
Yes, I did.
Then here we go. We start the best 2 out of 3. Let's go, says Jan, and we start with a question to you, Jan.
Okay.
Jan, we asked 100 men, would you like mini skirts to come back into style again? How many men? A lot of women shouting no out there. Well, how many men would like to see mini skirts come back in style?
I think a lot of men like it. They like to see if a girl has nice legs. They like to see it. I think it's going to be a pretty high number. I'd say about 68 would like to see him come back.
68 out of 100 men said, yeah, they'd like to see the mini skirt come back. Scotty, what do you think?
What a terrible thought. I know in this program you can't say 100, so I'll just leave it at that and say higher.
You say higher. You think even more?
Oh, they'd love it.
You'd like it, I think.
You better believe it.
You'd like it.
I'm very young. I'm not quite 63, so I'll still go for it.
I have a feeling Scotty would like to see the bikini, the legal dress.
Right.
So you say higher, Scotty.
Right.
68 for Jan. The actual number of men who would like to see mini skirts come back in style is 62. Not higher, a little lower. Wow. Maybe some of the fellas didn't like what they saw before. Jan, you start off the match.
Lower!
Lower than the ace. A jack.
Lower!
Risking it lower. It is a 2. Higher than the 2. A 3. Trying to go all the way for the win. She did it. Wow. Every card gets turned over. Well, Scotty, how do you like the game so far?
Well, I'm so enthusiastic I can't believe it.
Game 1 goes to the champion, and now we deal out with the same 2 decks of cards. The next card's off the top of the deck, and I don't have to tell Scotty the pressure's on him right now. Scotty, we asked 100 third-grade girls, would the world be a better place if there were no such thing as little boys? How many third-grade girls think the world would be a better place if there were no such thing as boys?
Let me see now. Third-grade girls, they still don't like boys too good at that age. And I would think that's probably maybe 60.
60 out of 100 third-grade girls said, nah, we'd be better off without the
No
boys.
way. My nephews are that age, and they have girlfriends all over already. I can't believe it. It's got to be lower.
Lower.
A lot lower.
Third graders are already interested.
I can't believe it. They have girlfriends calling them.
Really? In the third
Yes,
grade?
I think that's-
Whereabouts is that?
Scotland?
Oh, it can't be in Scotland because
Scotty says 60, Jan says lower. The actual number of third graders who think the world would be a better place if there were no such thing as little boys is 54. Jan is right, it's lower. But it is more than half, Scotty.
Yes, big five. Come on.
Scotty was on the right track, but not the right number. So Jan has a jack.
Okay, I'm going to go lower.
Gonna play the jack lower.
Yes,
3.
higher.
Higher than the 3. An ace. Lower than the ace. A queen. Again trying to go all the way. She did it. 2 questions, 10 cards, and Jan's going for the big money again.
Congratulations.
Scotty, that was some blitz. You're a nice gentleman. We have some very nice party gifts for you, Scotty.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
It's great being here.
Scotty Finn, thank you. Jan, come on down here. This young lady is hot as a firecracker, and she's going to try to add to her $12,500 right after this. Wow. 10 cards. Back with our champion, and I know Janice and some of our staff were talking. They said, I think that's the first time that has ever happened in 2 years for somebody to just 2 cards, 2 questions, 10 cards.
believe it.
And here you go again.
Fast.
All right. Now, Jan, you cut the money cards.
I
And, of
did.
course, we've already played them once today. So in front of our studio audience, the cards were dealt out. Here we go.
All right,
Keep up
let's
the good
go
work.
on. Good cards.
$200.
Let's go.
And let's get her started once again with a goodie, Lois. Jan will start with a 7.
No. Change that card.
Only change
Good
it once. Got to play this one.
Oh, that's worse.
Ooh, yes,
Okay,
it
I'm
is.
just going to go $50 higher.
$50 minimum bet. Higher than an 8.
Yes!
It is.
Okay, I'm going to go $150 lower.
That's a pretty sizable bet on a jack. $150. I hope you're right. Lower.
Yes!
It is a 3.
All of it higher.
Double or nothing for $800 higher. That's the first time the cards have failed you, Jan, but it is still a good card.
But
You got another 200. She's still in it. Back with 200 and a 3.
gotta be all of it higher.
Come on. Now, 400. Higher.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna just go $100 lower.
$100. Lower than the jack. Right
Yeah.
again. Near the middle.
Where's the sevens? I'm gonna go $50 lower.
How much?
50.
50. Lower.
Lower.
Going a little against the odds. Lower? No. Should have stayed with the odds. 450 and up goes the queen. Do you want that queen for the big bet?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna go all of it lower.
All of it.
All of it lower.
Double or nothing. $900 if this card is lower than a queen. It is! Jan finds a way to win. Even with bad cards, you find a way to win, Jan. Jan, that one wasn't as good as the last two, but nonetheless, $13,400 in cash is not too bad. That'll pay a lot of college bills.
There's so many of them.
We'll be back with Jan Anderson and a new challenger to try to stop this hot lady right after this.